Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Colonel Cast on our special show, The Colonel Bat, or should I say, for this episode, The Colonel Man. Today we're doing...
Oh my God.
Florian, would you rather have a red son or a blue daughter?
I guess better dead than red, so probably a blue daughter. What's that a reference to?
I don't know. It's like thought.
exist?
It's like thought son. Something I don't
TikTok
remember.
daughter. Wait,
Well, I mean,
Or
that's
something like
definitely
that.
preferable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rich,
definitely.
would you prefer a red son or blue daughter?
definitely a red son.
All right.
If it means it's communist Superman.
Well, it'd be a useful child to have, I guess. But yeah, this is Superman Red Son, directed by the guy who directed The Killing Joke, but he's also directed like half of these DC animated movies. He's done like 20 or something, so you know, some of them are pretty good.
Productive guy.
Yeah. Well, it's just, you know, I don't know what the director does on an animated movie to begin with, honestly, but he's some of them are good and some of them are not. And I gotta say,
I assume he does like lots of work, crazy amounts of work, just busting everyone,
probably.
telling to everyone what to do, you know.
Yeah. Or his job is just to yell at the voice actors, and then he goes home and he doesn't interface with the rest of the project. Who knows?
Yeah, it just looks completely random. Okay,
Yeah,
wow.
it's possible.
I mean, it's probably Zack Snyder, but I don't know. I think the others probably put in the work.
Well, Zack Snyder's doesn't do animated movies, though. He has to be on set directing people the whole time.
He's done animated movies.
Has he?
He's done the one with the owls.
I don't remember. He did
Exactly.
Was he? I don't even know if he was involved in the Watchmen animated stuff. I'm not sure. But I mean, this.
Well, I mean, the Watchmen movie had half of it as an animated short, so that makes sense.
it's like half an hour out of 3.5 hours. So yeah,
He dabbled.
maybe, but well, I don't know. Superman Red Son, though, this is an alternate universe based on an Elseworlds comic in which Superman is born in the USSR in the 50s. And he grows up to become a Soviet symbol that fights.
He's not
Wow.
born in the USSR. He just crashes in the USSR rather than in Kansas.
They don't show it.
Actually
They
rich.
show him.
Okay. Yeah, he might have been
If
born.
Superman was just some random Russian guy,
Well,
he
yeah,
would
well,
not
yeah.
be Superman.
You know, the Man of Steel, though, that was Stalin's nickname, famously. So, I wonder if
yeah,
Superman got
wow.
that first and Stalin stole it, or what? Because that would be a really weird, like, crossover to have if you're doing like comic books in the 50s and 60s. That would be a weird thing to do.
Wow, you think like the actual Superman comics took the name from Stalin? That's hilarious.
Maybe, or Stalin took it from him. I don't know.
Hmm.
It's weird.
I've never actually heard that name referring to Stalin, so it's probably something that they came up with afterwards.
I've heard it all the time, but maybe.
Have you,
maybe-
Rich?
I'm looking it up now.
Okay.
The alias he had used since 1912 is derived from the Russian for steel, so has been translated as Man of Steel. So his name Stal is Russian for steel.
Okay.
Yeah, see, nobody knew that until much later, I guess. They just called him Stalin. Okay.
Sure. Maybe. But that is suspiciously much earlier than Superman's existence, so.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no way that they would think, yes, we gotta make the best man ever, and also he's gonna have the same nickname as Stalin. Come on.
I don't know. It's possible. But the Red Sun, yeah, you sort of, it's a very unique perspective on the whole DC world, because you have Batman grows up in a gulag, and his parents are dead, and it's really funny how he's introduced, because his parents are just dead. Superman goes and checks out the gulag, and he just sees this kid whose parents are dead, and then some bats fly by the screen to let you know that it's Batman.
What?
I wondered what that meant and who that was, and as soon
There's
as the
no
movies
way.
flew by, it was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
this is Batman.
That's why.
But he was so young, and then he was normal age. What?
Well,
that couldn't have been the same kid.
This movie goes through
Years
like
have
50
passed
years
for
or
it.
something.
What? Wow,
Yeah.
I did not. Wait, does Superman not age?
He doesn't age much. I mean, that's pretty consistent. Is that he ages at least better than other people. So
How is that consistent? I've never seen an old Superman. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen a Superman who's like, oh yeah, I've been around for 100 years in my day.
Well,
and
when you
also I'm
watch-
still young and spry.
when you watch Batman Beyond, he looks like he's 50. When Batman looks like he's like came out of a crypt and stuff. You know, it's pretty consistent. I'd say.
Wow. Well,
They're
what
good
a
at that.
lucky guy.
Yeah, it's
He's
because
really
he's
super.
exactly he's just so super that he doesn't really age that much. So, but they tell you like the time and stuff and what year it is. I think throughout.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that. Okay, fine. I guess I didn't pay that much attention. You got me, but I mean,
Wow.
that's still. I guess you're right. I guess more time has passed than I thought. Weird.
Yeah, he meets
Impressive.
it's not Xi Jinping, but I don't know. He meets some Chinese. I think he's the Chinese leader, right? At some point, and he says he's scared of him. I don't really.
Oh,
remember.
that was him. Wow. Okay.
I think so. It's not. It wouldn't be Xi because Xi was from like 20. He
It wouldn't be-
went
it
in power in
wouldn't
like
be Mao.
2010 or something. Yeah, it wouldn't be Mao either.
Wait, are you sure that was supposed to be a Chinese guy? I thought it was just like a Russian.
Yeah, it was a
henchman he
Chinese
had.
person.
He was
Holy
from one of
shit.
them. He might have been from Vietnam. I don't actually remember. He might have been from Vietnam or something.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he was just like a guy who was like in Superman's court. It didn't seem like he was a world leader.
He was something. He was from some important country or something.
Yeah, Russia.
Ambassador Lee, I think.
He's his second in command, Superman's. You know.
I don't know. Is that who I think? Yeah, it is. He doesn't even look like
Wow.
G. But yeah, I don't know. There's not even a wiki page for this character, so who knows?
There's wikis on these.
There's
Wow.
wikis on everything, Florian. You should know. You should know that.
No, I don't expect it to be wikis on like minor movies.
Well, there'd be a wiki for
really minor.
Batman and like or the whole DC. There'd be a Superman wiki and a DC Universe wiki, and both of them should have at least a very small page about this character. So
I guess. Wow, I never.
Yeah. they got
Like, if
pages
you
for the
make any-
puzzler on there.
If you make any throwaway movie, it would not get a wiki. But if it's got Batman in it, then
Yeah.
everyone's gonna analyze every character. Damn.
Exactly, because it's part of the DC thing. So he's officially part of the DC multiverse now.
Yeah, they're sending out the comic book guys from The Simpsons, and they're combing through every movie. Damn.
That's their job, you know.
So, anyways, you didn't like this movie somehow.
Yeah,
right?
I did not care for it, honestly. I think, frankly, it's extremely like surface level and not very interesting at all. Like it's just the characters will just sort of say their like broad strokes national ideology at each other. Like when Superman comes down, he's like, "Oh well, you guys don't have freedom of the press," and she's like, "Oh, have you heard of the Gulag, Superman? It's real bad," and it's like.
It sounds
Yeah.
like fake bullshit. I will go and investigate.
Yeah. I mean, he does, and then he just sort of continues like the Soviet operation and dictatorship anyway. I guess without the
Yeah, but
gulags, but like, yeah.
Yeah, he's got brainwashing from Brainiac, right? That's
Yeah,
Does he?
it's much
Brainiac
better.
is his AI companion.
Yeah, but he keeps being an evil dictator before Brainiac shows up, right? Or
No,
I might have
think
forgotten.
He immediately gets rid of the gulags in favor of Brainiac's mind control.
oh, does he use it to
Somehow.
mind control everyone? I might have fallen asleep just a tiny bit during the Brainiac.
I think it's
section,
more
'cause there
anyone
was-
who goes against his kind of.
Okay,
I think he used it on Batman. Oh wait, did he kill Batman?
Batman
He
blew
wanted to do
himself
it
up.
to Batman, and Batman blew himself up rather than go through that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
makes sense.
I don't believe, by the way, that Batman can get the drop on Wonder Woman ever. I just don't think
Really?
that's the case. Yeah,
Why?
because
He should.
she's good at fighting and being aware of her. That's like the one thing that she does is like fight people and stuff. So she should be like really good at it. You know, it's the same way like if Superman is like faster than the Flash, then the whole character just becomes pointless and meaningless. So you kind of have to give them their one thing.
But Superman is faster than the Flash.
He can't.
No, he's not. Yeah, exactly. So they give him like a good reason. And Wonder Woman's like a super magic lady, so she should not be getting beat by Batman. You know.
Wait, but if the Flash was faster than Superman, then the Flash could beat Superman.
Yeah, and Flash should beat Superman if anyone.
But
any of the good ones.
At running, Florian.
No, if you're faster, like speed is the main thing in every fight.
Well, Superman can keep up pretty close, and he's like good enough with his reflexes and stuff as well that he can anticipate stuff. Like Superman could beat him in a fight.
Flash is faster than Superman, but he could not beat Superman in like a straight-on fight.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
Like I think actually the Justice League movie did handle it pretty well because Superman can like perceive that fast maybe or something. That wasn't Flash going like as fast as he can in that movie either, but you know, just him looking at him. I thought that was a pretty good bit. In that one.
Yeah, that was epic, but I mean, I think that implied that he's faster. I don't know.
Well, no, then he tripped him or something because he wasn't physically like faster, but he came out, he like distracted him and scared him and then tripped him. So that worked.
You can only trip him if you're faster than him. Like he had to have moved faster to trip.
No, he just had a superior plan, okay, and he made the ground lift up or whatever he did. So Flash trips like 5 times in that movie though, and that's not great. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess so. But damn, I guess he just eats a protein bar to heal his broken leg. It's pretty good. So anyways, I saw this movie like way back, and I saw it again, and I thought it was okay. Maybe if you ever rewatch it, you'll like it better.
I felt the same way, Florian. I did not care for it that much when I first watched it, and now watching it again, I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's pretty good.
I don't know.
It felt like there was so much more to it than I remember from the first time. I really enjoyed Lex Luthor being like the president and kind of not evil, but I mean still kind of evil.
Well, what's up with that, right? Because if he's Lex Luthor, like Lex Luthor should not be like a representative of the good, great American dream and the wonders of the prosperity that they bring worldwide. Like he should be. It should be like these countries should both be like evil and terrible and stuff, you know?
No, he fits it better than anyone, just like Trump. Like, no. I guess it doesn't matter who's in charge. Like, it'll still keep going somehow.
Well, but it won't though. Lex would like fuck it up really bad and do horrible things to the American people.
Why would he fuck it up? No, he's just gonna make it keep going, and then like it sucks for people, but like. The system will definitely prevail, and
well, maybe the system will prevail, but like it shouldn't show that he's like that. Oh, the American people are so happy, and they're in a new, like they're willing to accept like a black president in the 1980s and stuff. Like everything is better in this future where Lex Luthor, the most evil person in comic books, like he's the one who's running the country, and somehow everything turns out better than it does in our real world.
How is he the most evil person in comics?
He wouldn't be the actual most evil, but he's really evil, and he's supposed to be a symbol of everything wrong with America and stuff, you know. And that would be a really interesting contrast. Is the most morally perfect person running like a really evil dictatorship versus like a morally better country that's being run by like the worst of it and stuff. That would be a really great contrast to kind of get into. But the movie just sort of says America's really good, and I don't
know.
Get why.
I kind of don't get on board with America just being really great, just because Luthor is against Superman and against.
I mean, it wasn't. They actually said that America was on the brink of like a civil war because Russia was just beating them at everything. So yeah. It didn't actually go that well until Lex Luthor came in, and then I guess he fixed things to some extent.
But he should bring it down like at least a few notches and make it really bad, though.
I mean, how would that benefit him? Like, oh, it's already bad, now let's make it worse? No, he's gonna fix it, and then like later you realize there was a terrible price to pay. Or
But there
maybe he's
wasn't.
just happy
The movie
that-
just ended happy and everyone was fine. So
Well, I guess he just really wants to kill Superman. I guess that's the only thing that's bad about Lex Luthor.
I don't know. I looked it up in the comic. Apparently, he rules for like 1,000 years as the leader of America, and is in like a he creates a new ideology out of like Superman and Brainiac's ideology or something, and he runs the whole world with that for 1,000
Wow.
years, and then he dies and whatever. So, and
Wow, why
apparently,
does he
like in
die
that, it's like a
after
mega
1,000?
utopia too. I don't know why.
Wow. Like a
Only-
megalopolis. That's pretty cool.
Not as cool as Megalopolis, though. Unfortunately.
I could go for 1,000-year-old Reich of Lex Luthor. That sounds amazing.
I mean, to me, like Lex Luthor is basically like a slightly more competent, like Elon Musk kind of character. That's like his whole thing,
Like
you know.
his whole thing is that he's incredibly competent.
Yeah, but you know, like he's the same level of like maybe Peter Thiel. You know, he does not. He's got like his goals and his needs, and he does not really care about the people under him. I think that's sort of what I've always thought Lex Luthor is as a character.
Yeah, but it's child play to him to just make it good for everyone. There's no
Yeah, but-
reason for him to fuck it up.
Well, but the part of the point is that like he could do it, you know, he could be like Reed Richards or someone like that and just solve all the problems, but he just kind of doesn't. So because he puts all his fucking energy into fighting Superman because he's an asshole, you know. He's supposed
But
to
now
be a
it
bad
turns out
guy.
that was good. Fighting Superman was good, so I guess that makes him good. Perfect.
Maybe, I guess, because Superman's kind of bad. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that if you switch like the geopolitical lens of these things, and it's suddenly he's going against someone who represents Soviet Russia, that he is like completely embraced by the U.S. state, and he's like kind of like he's like experimenting on people and trying to make a U.S. version of Superman who's like this like bizarro kind of like awful version
Yeah.
that melts down.
He made Superior Man, which we're gonna see basically that same character show up in the new Superman movie, but it's gonna be Ultraman.
Oh really?
So
Is it Ultraman? Okay.
I think that's what
Interesting.
Ultraman. That's like the predominant theory on what Ultraman is. So I'm
Okay,
guessing it probably will be.
And in the comics, Ultraman is like the alternate universe Superman, right?
He's from like Earth 2 or Earth 1. I don't remember what Earth regular
Right, where
DC
like everything
is.
is worse. Right?
Yeah.
Like.
They've got like the evil society or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
What are they called again? I gotta find their evil thing.
Well, he's not Bizarro Man, right?
No, Bizarro's.
like a
I mean,
zombie.
Bizarro's like another. He's basically the same idea though too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, he's just insane because he just thinks that good is bad. That's
Yeah.
all he does.
Well, yeah, Bizarro has like everything is just reversed, like in his brain and in his speech and in how he acts and everything. So, but the Ultraman is part of the crime syndicate, which is the evil
That's what I
alternate
thought, yeah.
Justice League. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell
they're very
yeah.
subtle in the Silver Age when they were coming up.
Oh
with
my
these
God,
things.
America with a K? Is it really America with a K?
In
That reminds me of when people call it America KKK.
yeah, that's
It's
good.
the next evolution. Hell yeah.
Wow.
They should just call it that, America KK.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see America in this movie. That's sort of what the like battle I wanted to see.
Yeah,
Mhm.
America is really successful, but they just brought back like slavery and everything that was bad, but it's really effective and everyone loves it, you know?
Yeah, there was a saying in the USSR like, oh, whenever an American like criticizes the state or whatever, they would say like, oh well, they fucking lynch black people over there, so like what do they know about anything, about any kind of morality, you know? And that's sort of
Well, I mean,
that's the kind of moral
maybe-
conflict I want to see.
Maybe I'm putting my own kind of politics, my own just point of view into this movie, but I found it kind of funny that like as soon as Luthor was kind of in control, he stopped doing like the crazy experiments and the crazy like evil villain stuff. and I just read that as like the U.S. state is already doing a lot of that stuff anyway. So like he would just kind of like administrate that shit rather than like do it himself.
Maybe.
And it's just kind of like, yeah, when you're in control of this shit, it's a different story rather than when you're the young up and comer who needs to make a name for himself as destroying Superman. Now you get the entire U.S. apparatus with you trying to destroy Superman, so it's just a different scale of things.
Yeah. I feel like it would have been maybe if there were more like conversations between him and Lois kind of moderates his evil or something like that, or she makes his heart grow 3 sizes or something like that. I don't know.
Did she leave him eventually?
No, she was with him until the end, I think. So
there was this one scene where she told him that he was getting fat, and then he steps out of bed and he's utterly chiseled. Like, what?
Yeah.
Women.
I do like when Lex Luthor is a large man as well. That's something that's fun in like the animated series, where he's like, you know, like he couldn't actually fight Superman, but when you put them next to each other, they look like 2 action figures that could fight each other. So
I don't know. Isn't he supposed to be like a mastermind? Why does he need to be buff?
he can be both, you know, because he part of the idea is like Superman's better than him, and he's sort of jealous about it, right? And so he's like spent all this time fucking lifting and eating brown rice every day, brown rice and vegetables, and yeah,
yeah, that's pretty good. He just goes to the gym to spite Superman. Amazing.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. That's sort of the feeling that I get from it. But yeah, I don't know. I guess what do you guys think of the Batman in this though? You know, we're on this is the going in the Colonel Bat playlist, so we got to talk about him. That's the whole point of why we watched it.
Yeah, I can't believe that
I love this Batman so much. I love it.
Oh, you love that he just does terrorism? Wow, so
yes,
cool.
Yes. I think Batman is like already about 5 degrees away from a regular terrorist anyway. So
yeah.
No, he isn't. Wow.
Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
That's sort of that's almost the point the Batman is making and stuff too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Florian,
that's a stupid point.
If not for the saving civilians part, he's basically like not working with the state or the police for the most part. He's like endangering other people at all times. He like wants to terrify criminals, so he wants to like spread a message of terror. Like, I mean, you just shift him slightly over to the side and he's suddenly like a terrorist who wants to like completely reshape the state.
That is such an unhinged. That is such an unhinged take. There's no way.
If Joker became, and Joker has become like a ambassador for the United States. If Joker like was elected into like a mayorship or some kind of like leadership position, Batman would absolutely start fucking attacking like police and like anybody who's like enforcing Joker's stuff, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't make him a terrorist. What are you talking about?
You keep doing political violence, yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Political violence for the sake of
any politically motivated violence that it's like stochastic. It's like attempting to like threaten people based on ideas or threaten people based on like you shouldn't think this thing and there will be violence if you don't believe it. Like.
Yeah, you're utterly unhinged. Terrorism is when you blow up civilians with a bomb, which is what this Batman does, but that is not what any other Batman would ever do, okay? Like
the unlawful use of violence and intimidation.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about
what Batman does anyway.
That is so. It is so stupid. You know that the definition of genocide does not include murder. Okay, it's pointless. Terrorism is when you blow up civilians with bombs. Okay.
In the pursuit of political aims, Florian.
Yeah, well, he still wouldn't do that. It doesn't matter in what pursuit. Batman's not going to blow up civilians.
If someone came and beat the shit out of the mayor on stage or something, people would call that terrorism. If that happened in like the U.S.
Well, no, I don't think. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's stupid. Like that's not terrorism.
It literally matters, Florian. Like,
I mean. They shouldn't call it terrorism.
The guy who tried to kill Trump, they were trying to throw him as a terrorist. That
Well, he shot into the crowd, okay? It's not like he perfectly killed Trump or even remotely got close to doing that.
And that would be terrorism under
to a
like
certain
any
extent,
normal
violence
definition.
that's aimed at a public figure that also includes civilians that who are there. Like, unless you're shooting at them from like a bunker where it's only them in there, you're going to end up endangering others.
But that's not the same thing as beating up the Joker on the stage when he's the mayor, okay? Like, there's no way that the Batman would just like throw a bomb at the Joker, okay? If terrorism is just like killing the leader of the bad faction, that's not terrorism, okay? Terrorism is when you don't give a shit about any civilian casualties, okay? Like, if you're fighting a war and you're killing the people who rule the country, that's not terrorism. If you kill 1 million civilians on the way, that might be terrorism, okay?
Florian, every war for the past, like, I don't know, forever would then be classified as terrorism then. Because there's so many civilian deaths in every single goddamn thing that happens.
Yeah, and the Batman is like 10 times less bad than that, because he would only kill the Joker and no one else. He wouldn't even kill the Joker. Like, he would beat up the Joker and then he would probably lock him up in his Batcave or whatever. That is so gentle compared to any other kind of terrorism that it blows my mind that you would like even compare it.
I don't know. If you're waging any kind of violence against a state figure and you're attempting to persuade other people that state figure is not worth being with, then that kind of classifies as terrorism.
Well, that's not a good definition, and because it doesn't even have anything to do with terror, okay? Like, nobody's gonna be afraid that the mayor's got beat up, okay? No one.
What if he threatens to beat you up? Like, the threat implicit in...
The Batman would only beat up the Joker. He wouldn't beat up, like, random people who are civilians.
Every single Joker thug or Joker, like, person who follows the Joker, like, if he's going to beat any of those people up, that would be a threat to everyone who...
Look,
Batman is allied with Joker.
The Batman doesn't act like he does in the games. He doesn't just prowl the streets and beat up all the thugs, okay? He only beats them up if they're doing something bad. That's why he never kills anyone, and he never bothers anyone unless they've done something, okay?
Yeah, but he beats people up for all sorts of stuff, though. If you watch all, like, for bank robberies, for smaller robberies.
Well, yeah, that sounds like a decent thing to do.
I don't know.
He's not a state entity, so it's like vigilantism at least. And if you're adding political aspects to it,
it's quite clearly
terrorism.
What everyone says about Batman is that he's a vigilante. And no, it does not. Vigilantism does not become terrorism. No, not unless you aim it at civilians.
There's no particular difference, I think, between that and terrorism. Honestly, outside of like Batman doesn't kill people, but he's still breaking their fucking.
It has nothing to do with terror. That's the difference. His whole goal is to make the criminals scared of him. That's his whole point.
Yeah. Fear and intimidation is his entire point, Florian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, such terrorism. Why'd you drag me into this? Why are we making a wheel about this terrorist who's just constantly terrorizing these poor civilian criminals who are just trying to get by? Damn.
There can be fun terrorists, okay?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess you're Hassan now.
God damn it, I'm working through every goddamn name. Purple. This needs to be titled Is Batman a Terrorist?
Absolutely.
Finally a clickbait title. I can't believe you didn't put Harley Quinn and her sexy outfit into the last thumbnail.
We barely talked about that movie, let alone Harley Quinn and her outfit, so.
Well, you just don't want to get clicks. That's it.
No one clicks a video because they see sexy lady in the fucking title. It's not
acting,
real.
Stop acting like everyone's gay. Yes, they do.
Our audience is sophisticated and they click on content that appeals to them on an intellectual level.
Yeah, that's why our highest clicked videos are the one that's called Batman is a fascist and Batman
Exactly.
triggers the woke mob. Yeah, okay.
That stimulates
Yeah, the
their
political
minds, okay?
leaning, yeah,
yeah,
videos that actually care to.
That's why this one will do great, is Batman a terrorist, so...
Yeah, just watch them activate their neurons when you put in the sexy Harley Quinn next time, okay? We're gonna do it, and you can't stop me.
We've got a perfect excuse. The other movie we're gonna review, we're gonna do Showgirls, and that one can be titled Sexy Lady Video or something, okay? And then we'll see who clicks on that.
I'll help you with that one, okay? I'll make sure to make it the most attractive thumbnail that we'll get, and we'll get 10 times the views. You'll see.
All right then. Well, I look forward to being proven wrong. Okay.
Yep. It's gonna happen.
We'll see. But yeah. What else is there to discuss for Super? I guess Wonder Woman's in it, right? She gets beat up. But she comes and she is like, please stop fighting at one point when he's fighting all the Green Lanterns, the like fake synthetic Green Lanterns the Lex Luthor made.
Yeah, that was so funny because. Like most people, I mean, Superman was doing okay. Like he was brainwashing everyone, but it was making everyone happy. He's cut down the suicide rate immensely, and he's reduced crime and he's created prosperity. But oh no, we don't have the freedoms, and that's the whole thing about communism: is you don't have the freedoms, but life is supposed to be better, and. Everyone's offended, but the thing is, they wouldn't be offended because communism doesn't work and doesn't make life better, and that's why we hate it.
If people are less happy with freedoms, is it better to take the freedoms away?
It is.
Oh my god!
But then, like Lex Luthor makes. I mean, if communism worked, I'd be a communist, yeah, but it doesn't.
Yeah, this is the only reason you're opposed to Batman's terrorism in this, is because you fucking...
Yeah.
You just fully agree with Superman's motive here.
Well, he also blows up civilians. I don't know how you're on board with that one.
He's fighting for freedom, okay?
It's fucking disgusting. It's like, oh, we're watching Batman. Oh, look, he's putting on the fucking jihad. Wow, I love it. Oh, I'm gonna blow up this museum in 10 minutes. Oh, did I say minutes? It was seconds. Boom, baby.
Seconds.
Yeah, imagine that.
He put a bomb like inside his chest cavity and stuff. He didn't just put on a vest or something.
They want to get captured alive.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess Superman could get rid of
like,
a vest or something.
Yeah, I was say Superman would have like lasered it off him or something.
Yeah, or laser through the wires in it or something.
I mean, it makes sense, okay? That vest was cool, but like blowing up the museum with people in it just because they were happy to look at the Superman museum, that's insane. Like you wouldn't see Batman going to war with the USSR. Like it doesn't fit into his character. But anyways, the point I was making is that like everyone seems to think Superman's doing something wrong, even though he actually isn't. And then Wonder Woman is like, Superman, you're really getting attacked by Lex Luthor for no goddamn reason, but I'm also really disappointed in you. Why don't you just give up?
He tries to invade America over ideological differences, though. You can't do that.
No, actually, they invaded him. Remember?
I might not remember.
he was contemplating if he was gonna invade America, but then what happens is that America sends the first strike, and they sent the Green Lanterns to. I don't know, were they nuking Moscow or whatever? But they were definitely
I think
attacking.
they were just going to fight him and then do a regime change and stuff. I think that was the point of the Green Lantern guys.
They weren't even going to get close because obviously when he saw them coming, he was going to beat them up. But they probably had a plan other than just to fight Superman, because then they could have just announced that we're going to fight Superman. They didn't need to come over in such a way.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh well.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta say, this movie overall, it's I guess the fight scenes are pretty well animated. I like those.
Oh, that's good.
I like Jason Isaacs as Soviet Superman. I think he's cool.
He's okay. I don't know. I don't know these actors or whatever, so I'm not like excited to see them or whatever. He sounded fine.
It was so bizarre. It was like Heavy Weapons guy Superman. My mind was blowing every time he spoke.
Heavy sounds very different, okay? But I'm not a
I mean,
TF2 channel. I'd never speak on TF2, so.
It's such a the strongest Russian accent ever. It's crazy. Like
Well,
cartoonishly so.
I mean, he lived there, so.
I guess
Russian
so,
people have
but
very
still.
strong Russian accents. It's just how
I
it
mean,
goes.
well, the thing is that he speaks in broken English the entire movie, and so does every other Russian. So it's just strange, you know. You could tone down the accents if you're gonna make them speak English, anyways.
I thought his grammar was all fine. I didn't notice anything weird with that.
Yeah, I thought. Well, you're right.
I feel like
just talked about the
he's-
accent.
Yeah.
He started sounding more Russian as the movie went on, which I think is funny. Like it's
Yeah.
like he had to put on more of a Russian accent if he was going to be like the leader of Russia and the
That's pretty
Russian
cool.
premier.
Exactly. I like the bottled city of Stalingrad. That's a fun
Yes,
change.
Candor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty epic.
hmm That's
Too bad
that's
the Brainiac couldn't be trusted. Why can't we trust the AI? He was
yeah.
Superman was doing so well, but Brainiac messed it all up for him. Spoilers, I guess.
Well, that's why you can't ally yourself with like an evil psychopath. You know, that's sort of it's basically like the Ribbentrop Pact or whatever. You know.
Well,
Except
too bad
on a
everyone was an
longer
evil
scale.
Everyone in this movie was an evil psychopath, so can't be helped, I guess.
Yeah, well, Brainiac was the most evil one though, so that was his
I mean,
mistake.
we only found out at the end. I don't know. He seems fairly obedient.
He was pretty bad. His whole plan, it's sort of like I don't know, just when all of your plans are, it's like when you see like an influencer peddling like Russian propaganda, and they're like maybe they're not being directly paid or whatever, but it's like, you know, if all of their ideas align with like the most evil person in the room, like maybe that's bad enough on its own.
Are you
You know?
talking about Superman here?
Yeah, because all of Superman's fucking goals and stuff, they all align perfectly with Brainiac's and stuff. Or Brainiac was like kind of influencing him, but you know.
I mean,
It's bad.
This is strange. First, you're talking that Brainiac's bad, but then in this case, now Superman's at fault. I don't know.
Well, he shouldn't do Brainiac's suggestions because they're obviously evil and terrible.
I mean, what do you expect? He's been brought up with communism. He doesn't know right from wrong. But
Well,
I mean, it looked
I
like
guess-
Brainiac was doing a good enough job.
It seemed
Until
pretty
it turned
bad.
out that he was actually in control. Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah. Brainiac's a very boring character, I gotta be honest. I've never seen him do anything that wasn't just controlling like a robot and brainwashing people. He's a very he doesn't seem like he has a lot of depth or room to do cool stuff with at all.
Oh, I disagree. I think he did well in this movie. Like the fact that he pretended to be captured by Superman and then did Superman's bidding until it turned out that he was actually controlling Superman all along. That was pretty
I
good.
think it's cool that he's voiced by Paul Williams in this. I think that's great.
I don't even know who
No, that
that
might
is,
be.
honestly.
Wow.
I don't know these people.
That's right. We don't know. Who is it?
He's a famous musician and
No.
actor, I think.
Okay.
He wrote the
Let me
Rainbow
look it up.
Connection.
Wow.
That's the Muppet one?
The Muppet song, yes.
Okay.
Oh
Well,
my
that's good.
god. I
And
love
he
the
was in
Muppets.
what's that De Palma movie? Phantom of the Paradise.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know that. That's great.
Yeah, he's amazing in that. He's the guy with the glasses and
Hell yeah.
he looks like a little nerd.
Yeah, that guy's
The long
fantastic.
blonde hair. Yeah.
That is great. Then we got to do Phantom of the Paradise on here someday.
Oh, that's
Sure.
such a good movie. I would love to revisit that.
Is
Absolutely.
it animated?
Oh, it looks like he did songs for the Muppet Christmas Carol too. No wonder
Oh.
that fucking soundtrack
Oh.
rocks then.
Nice. Yeah. Is he still doing movies?
Florian. No, it looks like he
This is
has
his
not been
last
doing
movie.
anything for a while.
Yeah.
It's very likely he's dead. Let's see. He's not dead.
Oh no.
No, he's fine. He's 84.
he's
He's,
not
still
dead.
kicking.
he's
know?
just retired.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What were you asking me?
It sounded like he were blown away that he did songs for the Muppet Christmas Carol. Do you really like Muppet Christmas Carol, Florian?
I'm just happy if we're gonna do any Muppets thing. Muppets are so cool.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do Muppet Christmas Carol someday for Christmas. We could do
Aha.
it.
Yeah. Gotta do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else we have to even say about the Superman Red Sun, honestly. I think that about covers it.
I mean,
I think it's a neat thought to have, is what if Superman landed somewhere else? I think he should land in like the ocean and drown.
yeah, and
Because
then
like
he
most
becomes-
likely you're gonna land in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Atlantean. Yeah, they save him. That'd
No,
be great.
maybe the Atlanteans
No.
get him.
That would be cool.
Squid Superman. Yep. Finally.
Everything squids with you, Florian.
Weird. How does that happen? I was just watching Squid Game.
I was just gonna ask, what do you think of Squid Game season 3? Yeah.
I thought it was alright. I don't know how everyone hates it. It's like it's so bizarre what they're saying. Like, oh, we didn't get like a satisfying ending or whatever. Like, what did you expect? You think you're gonna get a happy
All right,
ending?
don't say anything. Don't say
Wow.
anything.
I haven't seen it yet.
I've only watched the first 4 episodes of the show.
No.
Oh well.
Uh,
I mean, you can already guess where it's going at this point. You know, like.
I definitely did not expect a happy ending from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's weird, like, it was unsatisfying how it ended. Yeah, what do you expect? Jesus, it's a game where people die and there's, like, no benefit to it.
Well, I'm excited for the American spin-off, so
Me too.
maybe that'll have a happy ending.
I actually did a video on Penguin Zero's reaction to Squid Game, so
Okay.
it's coming out on Saturday.
Wow.
Didn't even bother getting an editor involved. I just reacted to it for 40 minutes.
All right. What are your thoughts on the Stop Killing Games pirate software controversy, Florian?
I'm out of the loop. What happened?
So my Ross Scott, who did Freeman's Mind and all sorts of other stuff, he's very cool. He started an initiative for the European citizens thing. It's like a campaign that went across a bunch of different like government petitions and stuff to try to get them to like stop shutting down video games with like, because if you have like an online only server game, you can just shut it down and people are out
Yeah.
$60, 60, 80, whatever they paid for it, forever.
I mean, they'd still be out that money because like running the servers might be impossible for some games. But yeah, I guess like if you demand that they release the source code at least, maybe that's okay, or like the game files.
Yeah, that's sort of, or like something, yeah, to like let people host their own private servers. That's sort of his hope to get out of this, is like force companies to do that so people can just run it on their own time.
Yeah,
But,
I guess that'd be okay. It might be tricky for us game devs, but whatever.
Yeah.
I guess I'd enjoy seeing old games live on.
Yeah, and then a guy named Pirate Software made a video about how the initiative's stupid and terrible, and but no one likes him, and especially no one likes him because more recently he fucked up a World of Warcraft raid, and then acted really smug and stupid about it. So everyone hates this guy now.
Wait, they're still on about that? Oh
They're
my
still
god.
on about it, but it's, everyone hates this guy because he he acts very smug when he's very stupid sometimes, and but then Ross released a video about how his bad video messed with the petition and stuff and everything, and that sort of kickstarted a whole wave of interest now, and now this European Citizens Initiative thing is like on track to get its signatures and change the course of gaming history, maybe. So yeah.
That is so crazy. Pirate Software seems to be like the most sweaty, stupid guy in the world. Like that. But then
It's
again,
really funny.
it's also kind of stupid because, like, that was the biggest nothing burger of all time. That World of Warcraft raid. I mean, yes, he was an asshole, but who fucking cares if a World of Warcraft player was an asshole? Holy shit! What do you expect?
Yeah, but then everyone can go through all of the other because if people have been watching him for like 5 years or whatever, they can go through every list of little like small grievances they have in their head and go back to them, like the times he's cheated in puzzle games and pretended he didn't cheat in them by looking
yeah.
at chat, just random stupid shit like that. So just this guy being like the pettiest, dumbest kind of asshole has now reignited this big effort to preserve video games, which is really funny. And it was on
I
track
guess
to flop, and now it's going to be fine. So
I mean, it would be really crazy if you're watching someone and then you think, oh, he's so good at games, and then it turns out he just pulls up the wiki and acts like he came up with the solution. That must feel so weak. It's almost as if you had bought like Brain Force from Alex Jones and you've actually become stupid from it.
Yeah, he would do the strat where he like goes to the bathroom, and then once he comes back, he's miraculously thought it through a little bit more and been able to solve it, I guess. So, just like come
I mean,
on.
I don't know if I would buy into it ever, or if it's just like, oh yeah, that's how you do it. Like, I don't see how anyone's gonna like instantly solve a game while they're also streaming. Like, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's such hard work to stream a game.
Well, I mean,
suck at it.
Whenever I'm playing one of these games and there's a puzzle and I need help, I just say, okay, chat, we're not spending 20 more minutes on this. What's the answer? So, I don't know.
Well, yeah, but you already wasted 20 minutes at that point. He would have just smugly looked up on the wiki and solved it, and that's why he's a superior YouTuber.
Yeah, but it's the fact he pretends
views.
He's not doing that, though, which is, like, very silly. I don't know.
But that's exactly what sells it. It's like he kept the entertainment value up, and he pulled everyone's wool over their eyes. It's pretty good from an entertainment point of view, actually.
I feel like all his viewers were aware of that, and they just sort of let it slide because they didn't really care. That's my feeling on it. But
I mean, you probably don't double check it. Like maybe he was pretty smart there. Or, I mean, they'd have to like. There was this one game where he did the like where it was impossible to find the solution to the puzzle, right? Because you had to have like a team, and then they had to figure out over the internet. And then he pretended like he knew the puzzle.
Yeah, like a 3-week ARG or whatever, and he pretended he solved it himself for no reason. Like, why even lie about that? Like,
well, because nobody would realize that. It's the same thing with Elon Musk, how he's like acting like he was the biggest player in Diablo or whatever. Because nobody gives a shit. Like,
well, they must give a shit,
cares.
like a lot, to like lie about it for no reason. Like, so I don't know. It's really weird.
No, I mean.
Yeah,
they don't
he's got an
care
online
about
reputation to.
Yeah, but it actually works that way. Like Elon Musk actually became the world's richest man by lying about everything. So it actually works. That's the problem.
Maybe. I don't know. Erich, what are your thoughts on pirate software?
I really don't care.
Okay. What do you think
let
about
people run the games?
What do you think about him calling himself Thor when his first name is Jason?
Oh, it's that guy. I did hear about that. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
Thor is his middle name. I think it's an acceptable nickname, but it's just
okay.
another.
It's okay. It's fun.
But it's just another thing in like the line of like small weird things he does that people can make fun of him for.
People are like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
we don't like that. Yeah.
It's very silly, but I think it's quite entertaining. And now it has saved this saved video games forever, possibly. So we'll see.
Wow, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that people actually care about this shit, I guess. But wow.
Yeah.
Crazy that it came through pirate software somehow.
I mean, yeah. But I guess should we go have a trip to the wheel right now?
Wait, are there any characters that we missed out on?
I don't think so.
We didn't talk about.
There's the one Green Lantern who's dead. That's interesting.
Was there any Robin?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Any Super Dog? What else?
In the comics,
Crypto.
the Batman inspires the Batmen to continue his terrorist agenda, and then after Superman dies, they get to be in charge. I guess that's what I saw in the wiki.
Would Crypto say bork, bork, bork?
He must, yeah. Wow.
Epic. Well, guess that covers it. I don't know. I guess we'd really tried. We finally tried real communism, and it turns out the robots actually were not trusted allies. You should not let them be in control, even if they give all their money to the poor. Okay, it turns out they're still evil. Shocking.
They're very evil. It's unfortunate. But, I don't know. I guess I'll
want free labor out of them. It's not happening. Damn.
I'll share my screen here for you guys to see this grand wheel.
What?
See that?
Look at
wheel?
that. It's so wonderful. I'm so
love
glad
the
I made it
wheel.
all
I love
different
it so much.
colors and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Yeah. Shall I
Oh,
spin
man.
it?
I'm rooting for either Batman 89 or Be My Cat. They're both next to each other, so like the
Yeah, either of those would be pretty positive, honestly.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd go for the Flash. See.
Yeah.
You really want to rewatch the Flash movie?
Want to see the baby go into the microwave? All right, let's go.
Yeah. As long as I'm gonna be happy as long as we don't get Cats or any of the like Teen Titans or Birds of Prey or
Oh,
whatever.
man,
I just want a
was
real
gonna say,
Batman film.
I'm kind
Those
of
are
done
good,
with
too.
the animated stuff too. I
Yeah,
want the
yeah.
live action. But...
Or Mask of
real
the Phantasm I'd be
Batman.
happy with too. We are pretty
a
much
real
out
Batman
of
movie
animated
like The
stuff.
Flash. Wow, yeah, that would be
Yeah.
great.
I guess we got Long Halloween. If we land on Long Halloween, I'll respin it because yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
But basically anything else, I think we're pretty good on. Or
I agree.
if we land on Teen Titans, it's so funny and stupid. We kind of have to, I think. But
Yeah.
I guess you're basically a terrorist for not adhering to the wheel.
yeah, sure. I'll be the Batman wheel terrorist here.
Wow.
But
I
here we
can't believe
go.
You blew up that hospital. It's crazy.
Here we go. We're
The
spinning.
wheel is spinning.
Give us something
Where
good.
will it stop? Where will it stop? Oh!
Oh no!
Oh yes, it is time!
God
Ultimate
damn it.
Edition. Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
man,
Ultimate
we're gonna work
Edition
our way
is that
through.
3 hours? I don't remember.
It's
Fuck.
probably close.
Oh my god. Yep, features
Wow,
31 minutes of additional content. God damn it.
28% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's for the
Oh.
regular version at least, and not the other one. But damn,
Did it.
this
We
is
did
like
it. Yeah, we did it.
the most
Look,
like
I
concerted effort of fans of like any movie ever, and they
We got
couldn't
to
get Rotten
63.
Tomatoes past 63. That's so sad, actually.
What are you talking about? Like,
My
what-
God.
Do you really think that fans care about the rating of this movie? They just go on
The
there and
fucking
vote how they like it.
If anyone cares, it's the Snyderverse people. Okay, they care so much about that. It's like
I
their
don't
whole
think
thing.
so.
They care
I
an
don't know, man.
a whole awful lot. I'm telling you. What's Rebel
Look,
Moon
this,
at?
the-
Do
this
they-
this
do they do it
movie
with
deserves
Rebel
at least 63%. Okay, this
little
was
bit.
not tampered with.
I don't know. I think this is very tampered with because I remember basically no one was positive on this when it actually came out. So
Yeah, I know. That's the Snyder effect. Okay, it's shit when you see it first, and then like it grows on you. All right, like a fungus.
I don't
You
think.
realize.
I guess we'll put
It's
that to the
actually
test
okay.
because this is the one that hasn't been tampered with. Okay, this is Snyder's. I mean, it was tampered with, but the director's cut. It's his vision, and this is the one people say is like peak Snyderverse. Okay, so we'll see. I mean, they
I
say
think
all of
that,
them are peak Snyderverse, but
Well, I was gonna say, I think that the Justice League, his Justice League is definitely peak Snyderverse.
maybe. But I mean, I didn't like that one, so we'll see if I like this one. I guess I don't know.
But I think you'll like it more than that with this. So.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know about
Oh,
that.
man.
I mean, that Justice League was fine.
At least we're
too,
getting
I
the
guess.
Snyders out of the way, is the thing. Right?
Yeah.
The reveal will be
I guess so.
Snyderless after this point, right?
I think so.
No,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's
Well, there's
still
Justice
the regular
League.
Justice League.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's barely.
I would have gone for Justice League. Honestly, it's like an hour and a half, right? That would be great. So,
No.
It's
There's
longer
probably
than
2
that.
hours, but yeah, I don't know. I know they mandated
just-
that it was not like 2.5, so
Oh, is that why they had to cut the cyborg? Wow.
yeah, just cut the entire character's like arc and everything, and that's like the most well-received part of the Zack Snyder version. So
Well, yeah, just
his
because that
character.
wasn't there. Like, if they cut
Well,
anything
maybe.
else, that would be the best thing about it.
yeah, I don't know.
He didn't need to make a whole movie. He could just release like the deleted scenes or whatever.
Yeah, we could have had the Flash. We could have had Be My Cat. But,
Oh
it
man,
had to happen eventually.
Justice
this
League
is
is
good.
exactly 2 hours long. Like
Oh,
it is
yeah.
literally like down to the second.
That's
Like
the mandate.
how many total of these showings can we get in a day? We
That's
need
really
at
funny.
least 5 or 6. That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Well, this is actually like one of the most interesting debates because I can't wait to see what you think of this one.
I guess so.
What
We'll
is-
see.
What is Batman Spider-Man?
It's the Batman Spider-Man comic.
Okay.
I don't remember which
that
one.
recent?
I think we got to do the one that has Joker and Red Skull. I think is the one we were gonna do, but I'm not sure. Or we might have said we'd do both. I don't remember.
You know what we should put on the wheel is Batman and Batman and Spider-Man. Okay, the YouTube series, it needs to be on here.
You know what? There's a commenter who will be very happy to hear you say that if we get to that
Hell
point,
yeah.
because I've gotten many comments from one person about Batman Spider-Man, and also on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
So
Is that Florian? Is that you, Florian? Have you been?
No.
is that your alt account?
Is
We
this
need
my
Batman
Snyder army?
Spider-Man.
Maybe.
It might be. But yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe I did think maybe, you know, because the Batman Spider-Man like 6-issue comic book will not be very long. I don't know how long it actually is, like how many issues, but you know, we'll see. We will see.
So this
Well,
is
it's
back
happening
when
then.
they did a Marvel and DC crossover.
Yeah, they've done it a few times. They did it pretty regularly
actually
from
gonna
like the
do it
70s
pretty
through the
soon as
90s.
well.
Yeah, there's a new one coming up.
Because they're going
New
to do
two comics.
Batman Deadpool or something.
Wow.
Which is the one? Joker and Red Skull. Because this is the funny one where he's like, oh, I'm not a Nazi. I don't remember what the specific one is. Or no, that's Batman Captain America. Wait, which one am I thinking then? Batman Spider-Man. I don't remember. One of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why would Red Skull be in a Batman Spider-Man comic? That's interesting.
I remember thinking that was weird, but it was the case, I thought. But maybe not. It might have been Carnage that we do. Batman, Joker, and Carnage.
I don't know. Maybe he's the Guardian from space that he was.
I don't know. Batman,
Yep.
Spider-Man, Disordered Minds. I don't know. We'll figure out which one we're going to talk about, and we'll do that one, I guess. So,
Can't wait till we do Infinity War.
yeah. Is it one issue? That I don't. We might have to do Batman, Spider-Man with it.
Yes.
Infinity War.
I wish those fake movie that they sell in different countries that are like completely fake and they have like Batman as part of the Avengers. I wish that was like a real movie that we could review.
Yeah, that would be
Well,
very
it will
interesting.
soon be with the power of AI. You know.
We're not watching any AI movies, okay? I don't want to do that because they're not they're not real.
Well, they're not real yet.
Well, they wouldn't like. There's no point in reviewing an AI movie because, like, you know, you could just fix all your problems by typing it in or whatever. So
Yeah, I want someone to
I'm
make
okay.
a real bad movie, not a
Yeah.
fake bad movie.
exactly,
Or if it's
get
a
Asylum
a
on
good
it.
Movie.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's yeah. We could have done Return of the Joker, man. There's so many good options on here, and bad options that would be funnier.
We keep getting the not great ones.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Well,
this is a
I
good
really
one.
wanted to watch the Batman as well. Like,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to watch that for a while. So
Yeah, I'm
Batman.
curious
when we
if I
eventually
think.
get that.
I'm curious if I think that's good now. Is that ever coming back?
Wow.
there,
Did you not like it when it came out, Florian?
No, I
I did
hated
not.
it.
I remember
Wow.
famously was not a fan. So
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Hey, he finally finished the script, so we
yeah,
might
for
see the
part
next
2.
one.
Holy shit.
I think they're aiming for a next year release date, or maybe 2 years
Now
from now.
it
I
would be
don't know.
2027.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, October. Fucking 5.5
Yeah.
years for this movie. God damn, dude.
Wow, it's like the Avatar 2.
Yeah.
Hey man, good things come to those who wait. Fucking let him cook.
I don't know,
That's my
man.
whole.
I guess we'll
I
see.
I just want
Did you
more
watch the
of
Penguin?
the Penguin. I think
We
reviewed
did
the
that. That was the
Penguin?
first
We
episode of
reviewed
the
it.
Colonel Back.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Wait, were you not
Yeah.
here for that?
I was there for that.
You were there,
I
yeah.
forgot.
I just deleted it
Wow.
from my mind.
Yeah.
Penguin show. There we go.
Look at that, yeah.
Yeah,
we
It's
should
on
watch
here.
Gotham.
No, I'm okay.
I'd love to.
Gotham.
It goes on
I'm
forever.
okay.
Yeah.
How many? Let me look up. Let me look this up.
Right, maybe you should watch the best episode of Gotham.
How long does it take to watch every
We should
episode
watch
of
the
Gotham?
finale. We
We
watch
could just watch the finale.
of Gotham.
2 days, 23 hours.
2 days,
I could
3
not
hours. It's
do that.
doable.
I'm
Well, the
okay.
finale seems pointless.
This is how I would torture Colonel. If
Oh,
I
God.
was in Abu Ghraib and they were like, "You have to
Yeah.
torture Purple Colonel." I would Ludovico method him with fucking Gotham.
Yeah.
The only torture is that he
Breaking
doesn't
Bad,
write
terrible.
a million letterbox reviews about it. Okay, he's
Yeah.
happy to watch anything.
Yeah, well, yeah. If I can
wait.
write a letterbox review, I can get through it. But yeah,
Purple, have you seen what the Joker looks like in Gotham?
I've seen both Jokers in Gotham. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, yeah, you've seen specifically the memes about the Jokers, yeah.
They did the cut off face thing, and then they also did the whatever
Like
this thing
crazy
is.
melted face by acid or whatever.
Yeah, with the no hair, you know.
Melted by acid.
And they did an in between one like this, where he's purple, kinda.
Purple Joker.
Yeah, and they did before he cuts off his face also, so you know.
Yeah.
But it's two people, so I don't know. Very very
It's
silly.
actually not bad.
I think this. I can't even. I can hardly even look at this. I don't know.
I can't wait for a young Joker, okay?
Young Joker, like young Sheldon.
Young
Yeah,
Joker.
We can be the Joker boys or something. And
we
do
can
a whole
finally find
podcast on
out
young
how he
Joker.
got these scars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do every episode of Gotham that has the Joker in it. You're right.
That's okay. It's really. I've seen a supercut of it. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like 5 hours of just Joker scenes. Oh, maybe not. Okay, maybe it's just an hour of Joker scenes. I don't know.
That would be a lot.
Oh no, but this is only the
the
first
fact
one, and then the other one shows
Oh, really?
up
There's
too.
several parts of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I don't know.
Never mind.
I love that you can just upload like an out like for 8 years and 6 million views, you can just upload an hour of scenes from the show. But if I use 5 seconds of Lord of the Rings footage, my
illegal.
video's gone. Yeah,
Mhm.
Wow.
I hate Warner Brothers so fucking much, dude. My God.
Do you know about the man meme where they take the ears off of Batman and he just becomes a man?
Yeah, man, I love that.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's that comes from the Arkham subreddit, which is a fantastic place to go.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what. Here, go to the third picture there. That's because that's what.
Oh yeah, he's canon. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, that's fantastic. Oh man, he's so good.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Yeah, he's classic, you know. Yeah, but yeah, this subreddit was great. Are they still on the baby? They had a baby on here for a while.
Talking about the Squid Game baby.
No, it was
the
just
final
this.
time.
It was just this baby, Officer Bald. It's just someone posted this baby, and they were like, just gave birth to this. What the fuck do I name it? And it was
What the fuck do I name it?
yeah, it was.
Is that
I-
Bat Kid's villain?
I was just born.
Born?
I fucked 9 months ago. What should I name it? Yeah, that was this one. And the baby was just dozens of posts about this baby.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Awesome.
What?
it's a great subreddit here, you know.
Shit.
Yeah. I love it. You
Wow.
know.
You got
What
the
do we
memes.
name
Wow.
Yeah. You know, and the unfortunate thing is now there's a whole bunch of other ones that try to be like this, which is very unfortunate. But and none of them are as good. But this one's fantastic. Yeah, what's the top post?
Incredible.
I don't even know. I guess it doesn't. Batman just called the Justice League for help. Is he stupid?
Yeah. I love the is he stupid?
Yeah. Is he stupid? Is he stupid? Was their first big hit. Was
Yeah.
What? That's where it came from. What is the subreddit called?
Batman
It's just
Arkham.
Arkham.
This is the official Batman Arkham. Like it's
No
the
way.
biggest Batman Arkham. Yeah, this is just what it turned into when they had like
Florian.
5 years with no games. So
Yeah.
There's no way that's where that meme comes from.
yeah,
What?
is he
Absolutely.
stupid?
From Batman?
Yeah, from Batman Arkham subreddit.
The least stupid man in the world? Damn.
Hmm. Are they
Incredible.
stupid? Yeah, it's the whole thing.
I love that meme.
Look, they got official Jonkler meme. They came up with Jonkler as well, of course.
Jonkler.
Yeah.
Wait, they killed Jonkler?
Yeah. Of course.
Did you call him John Clare? Is that what you called a Jonkler?
Jonkler. Look at that.
Jonkler.
He's
I
Jonkler.
thought you were talking about a French man called John Clare when you said that.
Yeah. Oh man.
Weird.
You know. Man,
he's
Jonkler. Damn, you hit your head pretty good. You know, it's a classic subreddit at this point.
You lie.
What?
Purple.
Is Jonkler
According to
not
this,
from
it was
there?
Not. No. The Izzy Stupid comes from a Better Call Saul thing.
Okay.
What?
And
It was
Where does that
popularized
come
on
from?
Batman, okay?
I was watching Breaking Bad and got to a scene. Why does Gus give a shit if Walt can cook a fucking chicken? Is he stupid?
Look, it's even in the picture in the video the video on Know Your Meme. It's Batman stuff, you know.
Mhm.
It's yeah.
But that's
Because
this man.
the first one's like was not as popular though.
Yeah, it probably just really took off after the Batman.
Yeah, and then everyone started doing it, and then they got really annoying. So, but, you know, that's how it is.
Incredible.
Yeah, Officer Balls, and Officer Bald. So
I saw
Asloom.
it was just a regular version of the Keaton Batman from The Flash, where it's like him saying "I'm Batman," and it looked like it was edited, even though it was not.
yeah, it's probably real. They probably like CGI'd the fucking mask on or some shit. Knowing this movie, like, you know, dumb as hell. So just looks weird.
Incredible.
Yeah, you know. Oh, look at that. Much better timeline over here.
Chris Pratt, oh man.
They should get Chris
You
Pratt
wanna-
as Batman just because. Just
You want
for
to know
the-
what's happening with me?
Oh, yeah?
I don't got water, okay?
You don't got
They're
water?
renovating my pipes, all of my pipes. So I gotta go down 8 flights of stairs when I gotta poop, okay?
Oh, no.
Well, like there's an elevator too, but I'm doing the cardio, okay?
Okay.
So, like, it's crazy. I can't do the dishes, can't do anything. Gonna go down every time.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing for last week, and it's
Wow.
gonna keep going for another 5 weeks.
Yeah, all right. Well, I hope you get your water back soon.
Yeah, well, at least
Officer
it'll be all
Balls.
new pipes, okay? It'll be great.
Sir Bald.
Officer Bald is my son.
Wow,
Yeah.
you don't care.
Yeah. And look at
Oh,
that.
wait,
He's
is
all
Officer
grown
Bald
up.
a woman?
I don't know.
It's a
No.
Oh wait, Shy. I thought it said
Yeah,
she.
oh, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. But that's Officer Bald. Not very bald
Wow.
anymore. So
No, right.
that's
Holy
unfortunate.
shit.
I love the edits people made of it. Just
imagine
playing fucking.
that you grow up and your father like reveals to you that you are Officer Bald. What must that be like?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like
don't
you're the
know.
dancing baby. That's crazy.
Mhm.
Dropping the Bane mask on.
Yeah. My God. Yeah. But anyway, should that be the end of our Red Sun review?
Yeah. Right.
Well, we almost had good
Yeah.
communism. It's quite a shame, you know. If only like so many countries hadn't just tried this terrible idea that didn't work, you know.
Yeah. It's
If they just
unfortunate.
made
It
it
just
work.
hasn't been done right, Florian.
Yeah, it could have been
None of
done
those
right.
were real. Were real versions of communism.
Yeah. Superman's
They're
about as
just-
real communism as you'll get. This one he's in
Yeah,
charge of it.
they just needed Superman. I guess since real communism is also fake, I guess this is the realest communism there was.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the communists
The
in my
most-
audience are going to be real offended by this
Well,
take.
what are they gonna do? They're gonna drive the tanks to nowhere.
They're going to seize your means of
non-existent
production,
tanks.
Florian. They're going to take your computer
Oh.
away.
Communists never do anything. That's what we know. All right.
They're going to tweet about firebombing a Walmart, I guess. Yeah.
Yep, that's what'll happen.
I can't wait till we get the mega secret, man. That's going to be so good.
Oh,
Mega secret.
So
I'm
man.
surprised we haven't. We haven't landed on any of this. Or we
We got a
didn't
lot
land
of
on one
secrets. Super Red Sun was a secret. Yeah, we got a few of them. We got most
Whoa.
of
Oh,
them.
right.
Because there were like 8 secrets
Most of
on here
them?
total or something.
Okay.
7 or 8. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. So we're almost out of secrets. And you know,
We got 2 Nolans left. We got several animates.
yeah.
Gotta find more secrets.
We've got all
Both
of the
are-
original like 4 classic Batman movies and stuff that you buy in the DVD set. That are, even though they're not
Yep.
really sequels, but they kind of are because they got
Mhm.
the same Alfred in them. So
Yeah, 2 Burtons, 2 Schumachers.
yeah. And Battens.
It's all in the Alfred.
And one James Gunn Suicide Squad movie that has no Batman in it, but it's on here
Mhm.
mostly because I just want to watch it anyway. So
Yeah.
You've not seen it?
I have not.
Is
I've
it the
se-
first one or the second one?
That's the second
Second
one.
one.
I think I have seen the bad one.
Honestly, wait. Regular Suicide Squad is on here, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
Yeah, because
Okay.
that has Batman in it, so it has to be.
Yeah.
Are they both with Margot Robbie? Is that? Am I
Yes.
thinking correct? Wow, that's so good.
You are thinking correct.
Yeah,
She's really made a living. That's amazing. She's got to be in the thumbnails.
we can put her in the thumbnails. She's barely in the second one, I think, right? It's mostly Peacemaker or something, and the Spot guy, not the Spot, Polka Dot Man.
I mean, I know there was a scene where there's a rat swimming by her, and it was beautiful.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess we should bring this episode to a close here. Thank you
Yeah,
all
it's
for
over
watching
time.
us review Batman. I mean, Superman Red Sun.
Thank you, audience, for watching
Yeah.
Soviet Superman.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.